There are moments in human history that leave us breathless, reveal secrets that have remained hidden, and connect us to an ancestral wisdom that can transform our understanding of life and the universe. One such moment is the discovery of the Nag Hammadi Manuscripts. Imagine a scene worthy of a movie. The year is 1945. We are in Upper Egypt, near the city of Nag Hammadi. Two brothers, in search of natural fertilizer for their land, stumble upon a clay jar. Curious but also fearful, they contemplate for a moment opening the jar. It is a moment charged with tension, immersed in a mystery that is about to be unveiled. When they finally break the seal, what they find is not the heap of treasures they expected, but a collection of ancient manuscripts that initially seem of little note. Little do they know that these texts will change the course of religious and spiritual history. The Nag Hammadi manuscripts reveal a world of esoteric and spiritual knowledge that challenges, questions, and complements the Western religious traditions as we know them. Among these manuscripts is the Gospel of Thomas, a text containing 114 sayings attributed to Jesus, but with an approach so different from the biblical canon that it is almost like reading about a distinct person. A master of the occult, a guide to self-discovery and enlightenment. Let's immerse ourselves in the atmosphere and understand the context of these texts. In the early centuries of the Christian era, there was immense diversity in understandings about the figure of Jesus and the spirituality he preached. Studies indicate that Jesus was more of a master of esoteric and spiritual knowledge than a conventional preacher. Some branches of early Christianity, known as Gnostics, believed that salvation lay in inner knowledge, gnosis, a deep and intimate knowledge of God and the universe. The manuscripts found in Nag Hammadi are largely Gnostic texts that were suppressed by the emerging Orthodox Christianity. The established church considered them heretical and therefore decreed that they be destroyed. Fortunately, as we know, some of these texts survived hidden in the Egyptian desert. The spiritual richness present in these manuscripts is immense. The Gospel of Thomas, for example, makes us reflect on the nature of reality and the essence of our being. Unlike the canonical Gospels, which narrate the life of Jesus through stories and parables, the Gospel of Thomas is a collection of direct sayings of Jesus. One of these sayings, "The kingdom of God is within you and all around you, not in houses of stone or wood," provokes us to reconsider the way we seek our spirituality. It teaches us that the divine is not in physical temples or dogmas, but in our inner self and our daily experiences. Another notable text is the Apocryphon of John, which presents a radical view of creation and the nature of evil. Unlike Genesis, it describes a universe created by an imperfect demiurge, a minor and ignorant deity that creates a corrupt material world full of suffering. This concept challenges us to question the origin of evil and the importance of spiritual knowledge as a liberator from the chains of ignorance and darkness. One of the deepest lessons we can draw from these Gnostic texts is the idea that true spiritual knowledge is not given, but conquered. It is not a set of doctrines to be followed blindly, but a path of self-discovery and introspection. Gnosticism invites us to look within, to face our shadows, and to seek the light that shines within our core. Speaking of introspection, this leads us to meditate on the practice of self-knowledge. Gnosticism sees the material world as an illusion, a web of deceptions that keep us away from the true spiritual reality. The practice of meditation in Gnosticism is an essential tool to break the veil of illusion and awaken to our true divine nature. Gnostic texts are filled with hymns and prayers that guide the practitioner on this journey back to the source of all existence. And as we advance in our understanding of these teachings, we also find a strong critique of power and religious institutions. The Gospel of Truth, for example, openly attacks those who use religion as a form of control and manipulation. It describes true gnosis as a revelation that frees us from the shackles imposed by corrupt leaders and puts us in direct contact with the divine. Another intriguing point in the Nag Hammadi manuscripts is the figure of Sophia, a manifestation of divine wisdom. Sophia represents the relentless quest for knowledge and the struggle against ignorance. Her story is a powerful metaphor for our own spiritual journey. In her descent into the world of matter and subsequent redemption, we see reflected our own passage through suffering and our longing for a return to the light. The importance of these texts transcends the religious sphere and directly impacts our way of living and relating to reality. When we understand that true wisdom is beyond words and dogmas, we begin to value more direct experiences and intuition. Gnosis teaches us to trust our inner voice and our latent potential. For those seeking a deeper understanding of the meaning of life, the Nag Hammadi Manuscripts offer a rich tapestry of symbols and teachings. They remind us that each of us possesses a divine spark, a fraction of the whole, and that the true purpose of life is to discover and manifest this inner divinity. Reflecting on these manuscripts, we realize that their messages are even more relevant today. In an age where spirituality often gets confused with commercialization and superficiality, they invite us to return to simplicity, humility, and the true yearning for knowledge and wisdom. In this context, it is important to highlight that the study of the Nag Hammadi manuscripts is a continuous journey of discovery. Each reading, each reflection, brings us closer to the hidden truth within them, and this truth is multifaceted, revealing new meanings and perspectives as we evolve in our own spiritual journey. The final message I would like to leave with you is, explore these texts with an open heart and a mind prepared to challenge your established beliefs. Allow yourself to dive into the mystery and wonder of Gnosis. This journey may not be easy. In fact, it promises to be intense and transformative. But in the end, it is this quest for authentic knowledge and true connection with the divine that will bring us the peace and enlightenment we so desire. I deeply thank each of you who accompanied me on this exploration of the Nag Hammadi manuscripts. It is you who make this journey so rich and meaningful. Keep seeking, exploring, and illuminating the path for yourself and others. Namaste.